to what a lot of people think. Teasing doesn't necessarily have to damage your hair. I tease my hair quite frequently, usually 1 to 4 times a week, depending on that particular week. And I have absolutely zero damage to my hair. But the thing is I am quite careful when I tease my hair, and I go about it with certain techniques. So let's go ahead and start. I have my hair just kind of pre-curled. It was from a former hairstyle I had today. And you can go with straight hair or curly hair, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to pull up a good section of my hair just to get it out of my way. Use some clips of some sort. I am using chopstick clips just to get it out of your face. And I'm going to do it in 3 sections. So I'm going to take just a thin section towards the back, right underneath the area that I pulled up. This one I want to be the thinnest because it's just going to be kind of holding up the other areas of hair. So go in underneath and let's see, just do 1 to 3 strokes down, especially at the root area. You can do it as many times as you want, but 3 is the recommendation. And just see if you feel a bit of a fuller area there, and if so, let it go. And it should do something like this. Look pretty funky, but that's quite alright. Don't comb it down until later on after the hairstyle. In fact, go ahead and spray a little hairspray. Hold it up, and this will just give it more volume and allow it to dry. If you want, you can even go in and kind of tease it slightly again with the hairspray there. I don't do this too much because I'm afraid it'll tangle it with the gook in there at that point, but it will make it stand taller and fuller. At this point, just let it go. Again, it should stand out pretty far, and that is what you want. So make sure to let it dry or it'll be flat and the teasing will render useless. So get this next area ready. I don't like to tease past an angle going about like this. So just this kind of from your forehead all the way back is the area I prefer to tease. So I'm going to pull this part of the hair out of the section because I don't want it teased or backcombed, whichever you prefer to call it. Kind of smooth it out, and then I'm going to separate that as well into another section. And take this front part, and again, just kind of get it out of your way. I'm just kind of twirling it so it's in a small little knot on the top of my head, and it's out of my way. And then take that back section now, lift it up as high as you can, and again, do several strokes down. You're supposed to do 2 halfway down, and then 1 all the way down. I tend to just go in there and make sure it's nice and full at the root area towards the very bottom of the crown. You might even want to do it in 4 sections, depending on how much hair you got. Again, spray, hold it up, and let it dry. Now for this hairstyle, I started out with very clean hair. I just jumped out of the shower, and I have blow dried my hair upside down. This will give it more lift and volume, and that's really what you want. You don't want to start off with kind of day dirty hair, because you won't have as much lift and it'll be harder to tease. Again, it's standing out very full, and yeah, you look like a nut job, but it's okay as long as no one else is watching. So get the next layer and do the same thing. And the thing is with teasing, there's good ways and there's bad ways to do it. I'm just kind of pushing the hairs down. I'm not going in there, I'm not going super fast. I think that just tangles up the hair and makes it super hard to get out later. So I'm just kind of going in, pushing down the hairs, and what it's doing is it's taking the smaller hairs from where it's at and just building a foundation for your hair to sit on and give you volume. Give a little spray. And this time I'm also going to do it at the front, because if you're anything like me, your hair wants to naturally part. And with this, I don't want it to part at all. I want it to go back as a solid form, if you will. I'm not really teasing this area, so don't think I am. I'm just kind of evening the hairs and putting them together so it doesn't want to part later on. Let it fall back and it should be another big shape. And so you should have 3 of them. It looks pretty crazy, but make sure it's dry before you start going in there. At this point, you can slowly and carefully start to brush the hairs down. And as you can see, it's already starting to look a little more normal. And when it's like this, it's up to you. You can continue to brush it and weigh it down to give it a smaller form underneath, or you can allow it to stay big. And at this point is where you would begin your preferred styling. I'm going to take mine down just a little bit. Smooth it down all over. And I think that I'm good. This is better than a bump it, I believe, because no matter what, nothing's ever going to show, and you don't have to worry about fixing a foreign object underneath your hair or worrying about it showing up. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and spray on the top and smooth it down slightly. Remember, you want these hairs to kind of all be together and going backward. You don't want any center part whatsoever. That would completely ruin it. And I find that this is also really great for updos. It's what I did for Christmas. I had a tease like this, and then I did kind of a chignon where I did all kinds of little pin curls in the back. And I'll have to make a video for that because it's a really elegant hairstyle. But there it is, and there is no damage. I do this all the time, and importantly, it comes out very well when I shower, and it's easy to comb out the hairs underneath. So just practice your techniques. When I first started out, I did less teasing to my hair than I do now to kind of get used to the techniques and become comfortable with them. But now I can make my hair pretty big, and I still have absolutely no damage. And I've been doing this for probably about 2 years. Unless you're happy with your hair as it is, you can go in and add a little bit of volume by giving it slight curls. I wouldn't do ringlets. It kind of corrupts the look a little bit. With the front pieces, I'm going back, doing the curling going backwards, away from my face. This is so it'll kind of go into the rest of my hair instead of coming towards my face. But the underneath layers and the back layers, I like them to come forward and curl towards my face. And then that kind of gives a lot of volume for these front pieces to sit on. And there it is from the other side. Simple. Really easy, really quick, and easy to get out of your hair later on when you're ready to go to bed. So thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Aya. Bye-bye.